Chanukah Sameach, everyone. We're going to get going now because it is 8 p.m. in London, but we are here in Jerusalem where it's 10 p.m. So we already have some Chanukiot lit behind us, but we will be lighting another one because I certainly haven't lit my 5th candle yet. So we'll be lighting it this evening. So I'm Sarah, and although I was working at FRS last year, now I'm living in Jerusalem, studying at Hebrew Union College, Jewish Institute of Religion. And this is Ray, who's one of my friends who's studying with me. And so we're here to celebrate Hanukkah with you and to light our 5th candle together. We're going to share a few thoughts with you before we light, as we know that's been the tradition for FRS's Chanu-casts so far this year. So we've heard a lot for many, many years about the 2 miracles that we think may have happened to bring this wonderful festival of Hanukkah into existence. We all know about the Maccabees' victory over the Greeks despite their lack of power and their seemingly small forces compared to the big Greek army trying to stop them from celebrating the way that they wanted to. And we also all know about the tiny amount of oil that ended up lasting for 8 whole days, giving us our 8 nights of Hanukkah. But in one of our classes at college, just a few weeks ago, we learned about another possible miracle that I'd never heard of before, that I thought was really wonderful and I wanted to share with you. So there's a story in the Talmud that somebody saw that the days started to get shorter and shorter. They panicked. They thought, what could I have done wrong? This is clearly a sign that I've sinned. And they started repenting and atoning and trying their hardest to stop this awful darkening period. Then the days seemed to get longer and longer. And they thought, my prayer must have worked. So they started celebrating as they saw that the world was lightening again. Now the Talmud comes to tell us that this is not the case. It reminds us that as humans, our power is limited and we do not have control over the ways of the world and how nature works. I love this reminder that really there are bigger things there than us, and I think it can be useful for us to all hear every now and then. The Talmud reminds us that the ways of the world are down to God alone, and these miracles that we see as the seasons change are in fact nothing to do with how we behave. However, it does something really magical for me, and that's that it maintains the celebration. It tells us celebrate in this same way, but don't see it as a celebration of your own power or any kind of idol worship. Rather, do it for the right reasons and celebrate, as we do now for Hanukkah, for the miracles of these seasons, the shortening of the days and the lengthening of the days. So that's something that we learned, that we really enjoyed, that we wanted to bring and share with you.
Hi. So I'm also going to read a poem from the blog of the Velveteen Rabbi, a graduate of the Olive Rabbinical Program, called Rededication. Some days I can enter the Holy of Holies by snapping my fingers, the door swings open. Other days I ransack every pocket to find the key, and when I get inside, the room is darkened. There's mud on the floor, the intricate altar is grimy, askew, its heartbeat silenced. I swept the ashes away, opened my thermos of tea, rehang the tapestries, great branches arcing. At last, I light the lamp, the glint, the glow, regenerating, the home fire eternally burning. Learn to trust again that this oil is enough to open my eyes to God already here.
So you can find that poem, I think, hopefully somewhere on the Google Hangouts page, where it was uploaded earlier on. With great thanks to Debs for all of her help in this wonderful, wonderful Chanu-casts project. So we wanted to bring you just those few ideas to share with you this Hanukkah and on this 5th night. So we want to show you the Chanukiah that we're going to be lighting because it's very special and maybe different to one that you've seen before.
So I'm going to Vanna White this.
So here we have a Chanukiah of oil, literally. Seeing as we're here in Jerusalem, where supposedly our great miracle happened, we thought we should try and emulate it as much as possible. So Ray has got a Chanukiah of little glasses, each filled with oil and a wick, which she has prepared for us to light. And you can see a couple burning just behind us, which were lit when Hanukkah's 5th night started here in Jerusalem, probably about 5 hours ago now. And they're still burning beautifully. So with our trusty Siddur in hand, you can find the brachot on the sheet that's downloadable on the Google Hangouts. And we're going to start by saying the first 2 blessings together. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, she'asa nisim la'avoteinu bayamim hahem b'zman hazeh. Hanerot halalu anu madlikin, hanerot halalu anu madlikin, al hanisim ve'al hateshuot ve'al haniflaot ve'al hanechamot she'asita la'avoteinu, she'asita la'avoteinu bayamim hahem, bayamim hahem, bayamim hahem b'zman hazeh. V'chol shmonat yemei Chanukah hanerot halalu kodesh, ve'ein lanu reshut lehishtamesh bahem ela lirot bilvad, k'dei lehodot leshimcha al nisecha v'al yishoatecha v'al niflotecha. During all 8 nights of Chanukah, these lights are holy, and we are not permitted to make use of them, but only to see them, in order to thank your name for the wonders and the victories and the marvelous deeds. Ma'otzu Yeshuati lechana el shabeach, tikon beit tefilati v'sham toda nezabeach, liet tashbit matbeach, mitzaham nabeach, az egmor b'shir mizmor, Chanukat hamizbeach, az egmor b'shir mizmor, Chanukat hamizbeach. Chanukah Sameach. Thank you so much for joining us. And there'll be more candle lighting on the 6th, 7th, and 8th night, always at 8 p.m. Live on Google Hangouts. And it's been lovely joining you. Have a great Chanukah.